Hello everyone, I'm Broffy1322 and welcome to another GTA content creator live stream. The meetup theme this week is Japanese cars, continuing the theme of American and European cars that we had in the last two streams. Once again, we're going to be going through 7 different tracks, community created tracks. This time we're on PS4. We'll give them a go, have a look through them all, and I give my thoughts on them, and obviously the links down below are down below in the description of the YouTube video for those who want to download these. But yeah, I mean, we'll get the playlist started, and I think what I'm going to do every single week is now just cut straight to the first race to save what you guys watching all this nonsense, because nothing really happens whilst we're just getting people into a stream. So yeah, your next part that people who are watching this on YouTube will see is the start of the first race. So the first race, the description says NASCAR has landed in Los Santos. Slipstream is advised. So we've gone with the creator settings, left Slipstream on and put Muscles on. We'll see how this goes. I don't know how successful this is going to be. It was against my better judgment, but we'll see how it works. I'll pull off because I really want to go.
Where did that speed come from?
And see how
Excuse
it goes.
me.
The as always with these streams, the donations and subscriptions, if we have any, I'll read them all. Oh, there we go. I'll read them all in between the races. We'll just focus on the race first and foremost. The problem with Slipstream, like, people often say, what's the problem with Slipstream? Like, why? It's a realistic mechanic. Yeah, the actual idea of Slipstream is realistic, but the implementation of it is not realistic. It's way too powerful. In fact, the only thing that it makes sense with is vans. If you put vans, do a van. See, this is what happens when you put Slipstream on. If you do a vans race with Slipstream, you actually get a realistic amount of Slipstream. It's perfect. All others are just way too powerful to be realistic. So we got an oval. But we've also got sort of a road course on the inside as well. So it's not just an oval. Oh my god! I mean, god damn it. People crashed so much there not knowing where to go. I actually knew where I was going because I just managed to see it just in time. But so many people crashed, and that's why I crashed, crashing into the people who messed up by missing where they needed to go. And back down the order we go after having made up places. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh, you go around that's the leader who's just gone past, I think. As we're coming onto the oval.
What a scumbag!
You go onto the oval multiple times, so it is like a shared section. Yeah, he's just going around the first corner now, whoever's leading. He's way gone. He hasn't had all this mess. Okay, so I normally leave my thoughts until the second lap when we do these races. Oh, God's sake. And... oh my God! This has not been a good race. I like this track, but the big mistake was putting in the description Slipstream is recommended. Jesus. Slipstream ruins it. Slipstream ruins all races for proper racing. It should never be applied in anything ever, unless you're racing vans, and then it would work. I've made the mistake again. I've made the same mistake that everyone did on the first lap. Now I'm causing havoc. Now I have to wait for Dr. Pepper's. Without Slipstream, everyone would finish in the way they start. Of course they wouldn't. You've got the infield. You've got the oval, which does have different lines on it. There is a bit to it. And the entrance and exit to the oval. Oh my god! Can people look when they get back onto the track and not just blindly go backwards? This has been such a terrible... What is... This is one of those streams. I've been... Right. Let me try and focus my thoughts on the track, because it's about the track and not about the racing that we've had. Slipstream was a big mistake. It was a big mistake. You should never tell anybody in the description of a race to put Slipstream on. The only time Slipstream would work in this setting with this track is if the track didn't have the infield. If the track was just the oval, then having Slipstream on makes sense. But it isn't. It's got the infield as well, so it's trying to be a proper racetrack with an oval section as well. It's trying to be too much. That's exactly what it's doing. It's trying to be too much with the shared section of the oval. It needs to choose. It needs to choose whether it's going to be... Just make two different aspects. That's what you need to do with this track. That's what has to be done. Two different things need to be made. Two different separate tracks. One that is just the oval on its own. And then one where you enter the track there and you exit it where you exit it. You don't have this other section where you go around twice. You need to exit here and then go around the top banking and then have your entry where the entry is supposed to be. Because in the real world, oval tracks that have an infield section because they want to be a proper racing circuit, but they don't go around the oval twice or 1.5 times. They just go around a bit of the oval once and then back into the infield, or into the infield and then out of the infield and then into the infield, then out of the infield, like a Daytona. The person who created this needs to create copies, 2 copies, one where it's just the oval, and then one where it's the infield and then a bit of the oval. And you can look at the Daytona and Indianapolis road courses. Look at the maps for the road courses. You can see that they don't go around the outside. They don't go around the oval multiple times. And then the oval version of that track should have Slipstream recommended on. The non-oval version, the road course version, shouldn't. And then that would fix it. Because that is a really, really well made track. I really, really like it. It's so good. It's a great, great track. It's fantastic. It's well made. The checkpoints are all fine. I really, really like it. But it's trying to be too much. It's trying to be an oval and it's trying to be a road course. It needs to choose. And it needs to make 2 copies, basically. And then the benefit of having that track there right now is that you've got the track.
Will you do it?
Let's keep this on supers and do 4 laps. We'll turn slipstream off. But you've got the track. Like, the track is there, so you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is copy it with triangle, and then you change the checkpoints. That's all you've got to do. Maybe have a barrier across with the entry back into the infield, because that was quite confusing for people. But I wouldn't recommend supers on this track. Let's do. Let's do Sports Classics. We'll do a Turismo race. Yeah, and it's too chaotic. It's too chaotic. It's too much. It's trying to be 2 things at once. And the problem is that the oval circuit would work with slipstream if it was just the oval, and the infield section would work with the little bit of the oval as a regular proper race. It's just that
Oh, what a scumbag!
it doesn't work together for a proper racing circuit. If you have to say put slipstream on, then it doesn't work. A proper racing circuit should work without slipstream, and an oval circuit, fair enough, you can have slipstream. Okay, I had to continue on that thought process because it was quite a while that before I started giving my feedback for that track, because there was so many issues going on. And that's what happens. What you saw on the screen is what happens when you put slipstream on a track like that, where there's not enough space. There's barely enough space for 30 players without slipstream, and slipstream just causes incidents. Okay, good track though. I really like that first track. I really do. It's a fantastic track. If it was just trying to be a road course and then trying to be an oval, I like the idea of having 2 different. It's like my LSGP, the original versions of it. When you have LSGP, the main version, and the inner loop and then the outer loop, and it's like that. And it makes it feel more like a real world racing circuit as well, with different configurations. How do people crash so much? How has that happened? How has that first corner just happened? That is insane that people couldn't get through that. Okay. This is one of those nights. This is one of those streams. Thank you for all the donations and the subs, guys. I shall read them after this one, now that I'll be able to get my thoughts back again. I just couldn't get my thoughts together on the last race, just because I was too busy getting crashed into and focusing on what was actually happening and the ridiculousness of it all because of slipstream. I think it would have worked better if we hadn't put slipstream on that last race, but then the oval would have been a bit too much. So that's why I say what I say. Okay, first thing is all these need to go, because it does absolutely nothing. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, man. That one was on me. That one was on me. Okay, last place. Last place. Again. We've done 1 lap and we're still in last. Alright. So the first bad thing about this track is all these stacks, haystacks. They just need to be They just need to be removed completely. They serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever. They're alright there, but oh my god! But there are better Apex props that could be used in the place where we've just been. But especially here, all of these need to be removed. These do absolutely nothing. They don't stop people curb boosting. Look, easy to curb boost. If you wanna stop people from curb boosting, you really do need a barrier going right up to the curb. Otherwise, people are gonna curb boost anyway. It's absolutely it's that apex barrier that we've just passed there. These green ones, they should be on the first part where the first haystacks are. Because they're just better as apex props. And then all of them on the stunt road, they're there to stop curb boosting, but you don't do that. You just got to accept that people are going to curb boost. It's a bit difficult to criticise the track because this is the old version and he submitted the old one instead of the new one by accident. Lots of improvements have already been made. Well, what the hell am I doing even racing it? Okay, well, nothing I can do about that. I can only...
Oh, what a scumbag!
I can only talk about the track that's in front of me. Maybe it will help other people who are creating tracks. That's what we try to do with this. It's not just about the person who created it. It's also about anybody else who's creating tracks or thinks about creating tracks can hopefully listen to what the criticisms are and get some ideas for themselves. I mean, in theory, I like the track. The layout's good. It's good that we have Palito Bay tracks now, with all the new stunt pieces and things, giving us a lot more space, because Palito Bay was notoriously difficult to create a proper track in because it's just so small. It's one of the more open Palito Bay tracks that I've played, actually, in terms of the layout. It doesn't use any of the more compromised roads that are a little bit more a little bit worse for space. Yeah, it's a nice layout. I do like the layout, I've got to say. The layout is very good. Quite open and spacious, fresh. To get onto the positives, because I feel like I've only done negatives, but the reason that I was so vehemently ranting about the negatives in the last track is because the track itself was so good, and it just tried to do too much. But the actual creation of the track was fantastic. And you know, the positives of this one is that it's giving you something new, a new life to Palito Bay. It's a lot. It's a lot better. It's a fresh experience, and that's kind of what you need these days to stand out with track creation. You need something that gives you that fresh experience. This has been completely made from the imagination of somebody, well, the creator. Not sticking to the roads, but creating something completely new and fresh in the out over the sea with the stunt pieces. And you need stuff like that. You need to you need to have something new, bring something new to the roads, not just stick to the same old roads and use stunt props to make it a bit better. You need something completely new to stand out these days, I think, and that was really good. I apart from the negatives that I actually said, I really did like the track itself, and that's one of the most open Palito Bay tracks that I've raced, so that's really good. And yeah, it's nice to have some Palito Bay tracks these days. Okay, we'll do 5 laps. There's going to be carnage on this track as well, isn't there? Let's do coupes. Guys who are racing in the stream right now, can you use your brake and just chill out at the start of a race? It's insane how bad the driving is. It's ridiculous. Just chill out at the start. That's all you got to do. Just go a bit slower. Okay. Nietzsche with the $3. You've been swimming in the Dead Sea. Just a bit salty tonight. I have been salty tonight. It's been one of those days. McPawson with the 4 months. What a way to celebrate 4 months. Sitting by the fire in Denmark, watching you stream. Well, thank you so much for the 4 months, man. And sitting by the fire in Denmark. That's nice. That sounds nice and cozy. Draconis with a 30 bits. It's trying to be Indianapolis, only microscopic in size. That's the previous track. A to the J with the $1. Is everything okay, buddy? Problems at home? You seem stressed, and I just want you to know that we're here to help. You're in the trust tree and can let your emotions out without fear of being judged. Thanks, A to the J. Joel with the $1 about the slipstream thing. I was right. Yeah, you were. Oh. Someone dropped out. Dead Kelly with a 132. Bruffy soup of the day. Salty artichoke. I'm going to use the Sentinel XS because why the hell not? Echo Delta with the subscription as well. Here's to many more. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the sub. The Twitch Prime sub. And Dangerous with the 21 months as well, the resub. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the donations and the subscriptions. Yeah, I'm not waiting for this one. Okay, well that's pretty open so far. Wait, what? I wonder if you can cut on the inside of that. Oh no. I see tyre stacks. I see tyre stacks. Mistakes have already been made. Wow, somebody exploded. It's not going well at the back. No! Oh, just managed to save that one. Holy cow. Everybody in Zion's, apart from Dr. Pepper's in the exemplar. I can respect that. I'm getting eaten up by Zion's though. It's all traction, this circuit. It's all traction. And Zion just has all of it. So it's kind of like a mirror park circuit, but kind of not really. Because the only part of Mirror Park that's used is this. Okay, that's how we're going with the Apex proposition. Okay. These tyre stacks need to go. The tyre stacks are horrible. They should never be in any track ever. Certainly not crossing lampposts. Not covering lampposts is what I was trying to say. They're an awful, awful prop for lamppost coverage and Apex props and anything like that. Sod off, Zions! Sick of your bull. It's quite a lot of stunt pieces. For my personal taste, it's too much stunt proppery. I don't like races that are, you know, a lot heavily based on stunt pieces rather than. I feel like the best races are a mix of regular roads and stunt pieces. Those produce the best overall races. So, for me personally, there's too much stunt proppery on this one, but you know, that's just a personal thing. It's not badly made by any stretch of the imagination or anything like that. It's still well made, so that is just personal taste from my perspective. Yeah, I mean, it works. I'm glad I did coupes, but it's a nice track. It's good to see, again, similar to how we had with Palito Bay. It's nice to see Mirror Park being used more. The prop usage is actually really good around that corner. The prop usage is actually really good in most places. It's just that, I mean, the apex barrier could be done with being better, where it's just a left-hand turn sign. That could be better apex prop wise, but it's not too big of a deal. It is a very traction heavy circuit, that's true. It's more like an airport circuit because it's just all corners in terms of feel. That's why I'm getting left behind. It's just those red and white tyre barriers. Tyre stacks, they need to just go. Put a barrier there instead. Just put the barrier that's on the other side of the circuit there, and you'd be done. Apart from that, though, it's nicely propped, nicely done. Not to my personal tastes, but you know, it doesn't have to be for it to be a good track. Oh, the cutback! Come on, Sentinel XS! Oh, the exemplar's got the pull. Oh, we stuffed it down the inside though. No, he's got it. Compromised a little bit though. Better exit. Get on the bumps. I tried. I'm trying my best. Not succeeding. The city vista is good, I agree actually. When you turn that corner. It is, it's obviously set to night for a reason. The views on the track are actually pretty spectacular. Actually, I didn't even notice that. Too busy focusing on the actual track, but yeah, you're racing in quite a good location to get some really good views of the track and the city itself. I just wish it used a little bit more road, like how it sort of winds itself around. I dream of a wonderful Mirror Park track where it incorporates a little bit of Mirror Park Well, even it can be more than just a little bit. But then, I think I've mentioned this before, it uses a bit of stunt pieces to get to a different part of the city, and then uses, you know, just goes on the road there, taking around the outside, of course, in the Zion. No chance. No! Okay, that's why that apex barrier is terrible, because I knew that was going to... you could see that that sign doesn't stop lampposts being knocked over, so that needs looking at. Most of the rest of it seems fine, but yeah, a good mirror park track that uses a bit of mirror park, and then maybe has something like this, like we see in the first bit of this stunt pieces, but doesn't wind itself around as much as this one does, and transitions instead to the road. See, it goes down a little bit and goes on the road just below where we are right now, say. And then uses some city roads that are around here, and then uses a bit more stunt pieces to get back up to Mirror Park or something, instead of just being all stunt pieces. So I feel like when a track's got too much stunt pieces, it loses a bit of character, personally. But again, some people might like tracks that are all stunt pieces. And that's fine as well. Yeah, I wish we could remove lampposts, I agree. The amount of stunt pieces here made the track lose some character, unlike the Polito Bay one. Yeah, that's the same impression I got. If you do overdo it on the stunt pieces, I think you do lose a little bit of character of the track, because then it's just like every other stunt piece track. Well, it's still a good track. I mean, it's just a personal taste thing, obviously. Every time I do these streams, I'm never saying every track should be like, look at all the Zions. Jesus. Props to the exemplar in third. Whenever I say my opinions of these, they are, of course, just my opinions. Every track doesn't have to be taking the opinions that I say. I can only give my opinions. I can't give the opinions of anybody else, so that's what I do. But yeah, I wish we could remove props, remove lampposts and things. The functionality is there. The devs have access to that, just not us. Coupes. I mean, we've just done coupes. Should we just do supers since it's a stunt track? Oh, you can't do supers. Interesting. Ah, it's a stunt track that doesn't allow supers or sports. Beautiful. Let's do sedans. I'm gonna put 5 laps. Didn't mention that the track links are in the description yet. I did at the start, but yeah. For anybody watching this on YouTube, the track links are in the description. Okay, let's maybe not do supers. If the faster supers overshoot the jumps, maybe we should do something slower. Screw it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Never mind. Yeah. The track links for those watching on YouTube are, as always, in the description, and they're in the order. In the order in which we've been playing them. Sent no access with the $1. Let's quickly see what this is. Left Behind. Yes. Thanks for the donation, whoever that is. Shafter V12s for V12's track. Oh yeah, this is V12 AMG's track. So, I mean, you know, V12's work for me. That grid though. Do you know what I've just realised? We did a sedans race because sports car... We did a sedans race because sports cars weren't allowed. Yet we are all, almost, apart from the guy in the Romero house, we are all racing around in sports cars. The Shafter V12 is a sports car. So, what the... I should have put this on non-contact. So this is our only stunt race of the playlist. Beautiful. That was a good idea going left. He's gone. I did a little break before we went off, so I think that was smart. I think that worked nicely. Please, this was the worst idea of all time. It was the worst idea of all time. Thank you for the donations. I'll read them after this. Gone. Surely he's waiting for that, no? Oh, it looks like a Kraken. Is that what it is? Oh, that's clever. Wait, is that like a boat that's been eaten up by it or whatever? This actually looks really cool. Now that I realise the title is the Kraken. Oh, there's the eyes. Oh, that's quite cool. I mean, the track itself is just a fun stunt track, I guess. You know, it is. It's fun. It's got some jumps. It's got some tricky bits. You know, it's a fun stunt track. But now you realise what it actually is. That's impressive. That's an impressive creation. The description, it's not your average sushi. I did see that. Yeah, I think this is better on slower cars. Yeah, there it is. I agree with the slower cars thing. It was probably a mistake using sedans because then we just gave people sports cars to use. I think it would work good on compacts. Or coupes. But it's doable. I mean, it is still doable on the faster classes, but... fun circuit. Oh, we're coming around to lap the Romero Hess. Yeah, perfect. Perfect horn for that one, I think. That's a really cool design though. That we go through the boat with the broken in half boat as well. Really, really good idea. Really nice design. Sometimes tracks can just be like that. They can just be downright good designs from a viewing perspective. Oh, stupid water. Yeah, we go through the middle of the boat like this. It's got sails as well on the boat. Mark Verstappen, you need to go to the back of the grid in all the next races. You've started the front too much. Yeah, good track. You can't use those wave boosts, can you? Yeah, it was fun. Interesting design around the interesting design around it, like not just the track itself, but the whole theme of it. Hazard with the $4. I didn't realise the PS4 was using the No Rules Rockstar Racing mod tonight. I've got to say, it is embarrassing. It has been embarrassing. Some of the racing towards the back of the pack in the first couple of races. Pretty ridiculous. Are you still streaming after this? Yeah, we stream for 4 hours every night. We're only an hour and a half into this stream. For anybody who's watching this on YouTube, if you want to watch these videos a day early, you can watch them on the Twitch stream on Wednesdays, every Wednesday. Neomancer with the 2 months was watching old Twitch videos, saw you mention Team Fred. Did that ever happen, and is there a video? It did happen, but I don't think there's a video. Thank you for the 2 months, man. Turns out the Romero Hess is not competitive. I would never have guessed. 4 hours every night. Okay, 4 hours every night that I stream. Not every night. That would kill me. With the YouTube videos as well. Okay, rally track. Rally cars for this one only, please. Peeps. Rally cars are Sultan, Tropos, Kuruma, Omnis, Sterling GT, or the Armoured Kuruma if you don't have any of the others. Why don't you upload the G-Threads? Do you understand that we don't all have enough time to watch all your streams all the time? What do you mean? I do upload the G-Threads. We had the G-Thread uploaded last week. and we're having another one uploaded this week. We only do one G-Fred a week. I highly advise non-contact for this one. That is probably not a bad shout. We probably should have had non-contact on a few of them already, so yeah, good shout. I'm telling you, tonight it's the chat keeping me right. You guys are keeping me right tonight. It's been one of those days. And yeah, you can play past broadcasts on Twitch as well. That is true. And we always have G-Freds are always at the end of a Sunday stream, so you always know when they are if you don't want to wait for them to be uploaded. "24 hours of G-Fred." I don't think I could handle that. And to be honest, sometimes I don't upload all the G-Freds. You know, if there's one that was pretty boring or, you know, not very good. Or, you know, we all lagged out halfway through or something. Then I don't bother. On non-contact, you can see the tyre in the front of the Tropos. It's pretty cool. Okay, first rally track of the night. We do have another sort of kind of rally track, but it's more of a themed circuit next. I'm quite looking forward to giving it a go. Probably do that one on non-contact as well, I think. These are some interesting roads. Why do I feel like I've never driven on these before? Or not very often. That was fun. Again, it is a bit long for a rallycross track. We do have a lot of rallycross tracks cropping up that are way too long for what you would consider a rallycross track to be. But it's difficult to categorize them really, because how do you categorize a circuit race? It's not really a rally. Because rally's a point to point. Rallycross, damn it. Rallycross tracks are extremely short and have a mix of road and off-road sections. It's difficult to actually categorize what they are. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Okay, the tree saved me. Nice track though. I'm gonna say rallycross because it is a, you know, it is a cross between, and just have some road and off-road sections. which is what the main aspect of Rallycross is. It's not just all rally, it's not just all off-road or all on-road. Then I guess rallies are like that as well. But rallies are point-to-point, and not circuit-based. A rally circuit track, maybe. That's how we should categorize them. Anyway, to talk about the track itself. It's a nice track, damn it. I'm having issues though. I have not driven well tonight. Not at all. It's a nice circuit. That finish straight's nice. Is there a joker lap? It doesn't seem so. Oh, there it is. I guess we'll do the joker lap. Pit boxes. I guess this isn't the joker lap, it's the pit lane. Maybe it doubles as the joker lap. It feels good. These roads are quite interesting. I don't know why, but I feel like I have never raced on these roads before in a rally track. They feel new and fresh. I like them. I like the layout. The layout feels good. I like this. This is good. Nice track. Nice rally circuits track.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Beautiful buffy oranges in the chat every time we get a subscriber. I'll read it properly once we're done with this race. Yeah. See the opportunity. See the opportunity for top half. 15th. Damn it, Chuck! The opportunity was never there. I was always gonna mess it up. Damn it. Ahmad with the subscription, thank you so much, man. And Pineapple J with the $1. What's the one car in real life you want brought into GTA? Also, my previous bits come through or not? I have no idea. Real life car. Oh yeah, Pineapple J with 100 bits. Man, if only I had some fries with me, I could have some of that salt. Sorry, I missed that. That was half an hour ago. Oh, I'm not on it tonight. Thank you, man. And Ahmad with the subscription. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Yeah, I enjoyed. Karuma was all powerful. Best lap, 28th. Real life card want to see in GTA. I really don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I can't. Sup, Cameron? Oh no, it's not next, is it? Okay, the other track that I was talking about is going to be after this one. But yeah. Oh yeah, the aerial atom, of course. You're right. Yeah. You can't ask me questions like that in the middle of one of these streams where I am trying to focus on so many different things. It's not possible. I can't answer in-depth questions where I have to think. There's too much going on. Especially with it being one of those days, one of those streams. Yeah, it was the aerial atom. That's what I would still is the aerial atom that I would have in GTA. No, unsubscribe for 2 months in it. No! Oh. Dude with the 200 bits, ripped my connection. It was fun racing my first time in a stream race while I could. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks for the 200 bits as well, man. Pineapple with a $1. Can I suggest F620 Classic Jaguar E-Type, or is that sacrilegious?
What a scumbag!
To be fair, the E-Type is an incredible car. Let's use... You know what? Let's use this. I'm doing it. The E-Type would be an amazing car to have. Thank you, Pineapple, for the donation. And Mass with the 3 months. Well, there goes 3 months. Time for Bronzo Snoopy. Keep on doing what you do, bro. I truly enjoy your content as well as your terrific community. Thank you for everything so far. Thank you so much,
what
Mass.
a scumbag!
And Cameron with the subscription as well. Remo is a notch. I expect nothing less from this scumbag. Cameron. Blast from the past. What's he doing back? Thank you for the subscription and Mass for the 3 months. Enjoy your bronze, Snoopy. Bronze. Snoopy, not brown. None of that. And thank you for the donations, guys. Wow, that Nero has just caused so much pain. I did all that myself. I did all that myself.
Scumbag.
That one was all me. That one was all me. I deserve to go to the back for that. I really do. I absolutely deserve to go to the back. Man Monkey with a 12 months as well. Thank you so much, man. A full year. Gold Snoopy hype. Thank you so much, man. 12-month hype. Oh god, klaxons. I hate klaxons. Can't say the racing's been good tonight. I cannot say that. Okay, the track. Some low grip stuff. I think it's fair to say the Nero would be OP on this track. It is interesting in principle. I need to focus a little bit more on the props and stuff. Oh, hello. I think this is all fine. This is where it gets a bit difficult because it goes into one lane, but I mean, what can you do? There's no good way to solve that, really. What the... I like how it goes in and out of the airport. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of these bank turns or this tube piece. Some very long straights on the track. That's why it's sort of Nero custom dominated. And we've got some low grip stuff here. Apart from the two hairpins, there aren't very many sort of technical corners, are there really? I think I'd like to see a little bit more done in the airport. I mean, I think this is all fine because you don't really have much of a choice. You want to go in and out of... The transitions in and out of the airport sort of work fine. But there's a lot. There's a lot of straights. There's not enough... Like, even if you went off to the right there, and then did one of the hairpins and integrated this sort of spaghetti junction area into the track, instead of it just being going up here and then just having a hairpin. You could make it much more interesting by incorporating that big junction. Then you have this section, which I mean, this is fine. You have the one tight section, but what can you do, really? And it's nice to have this incorporated into a proper track. But it's very, like, you're on full throttle 95% of the lap. You're rarely braking. You're rarely doing anything, to be honest. It's just full throttle and turning. Like this is kind of where it loses me, all this back bit. It's just more straights for the sake of straights. Oh my god, why? And then another hairpin. There's not an awful lot in the way of corners, to be honest. Corners where you've actually got to do something. There are corners, but they're all just full throttle with nothingness. I feel like it could just be. There could be more to it. I feel like it's designed as a beginner event track. Ah, well, in that respect, but that would go under like a theme circuit, I guess. In that respect, I can kind of get it, I think. I mean, I understand that, but from a proper racing circuit standpoint, there's not an awful lot going on there. In the airport section, I think the rest of the track's okay. It's just the airport bit that I think could be done with it. But I think it's overall good. I like the track. I like the fact that what I like about that track is the fact that we're actually using the airport. We're using the outside of the airport and the inside of the airport together in one track, which is nice. It's good.
Oh, what a scumbag!
I just feel like it could have a bit more to it, I think. Blown Tire with the 23 months. Wasting my time since this time 27 months ago. You mean 23 months ago? I wonder if Twitch have fixed it. Thank you, Blown Tire, man. Oh yeah, this is the one that I was interested in. I was looking forward to. Non-contact. I'm going to do 5 laps sports. Okay, I need to say about this one. You're going to either choose a Massacro or an Omnis. And if you choose the Massacro, you go on the road section. If you choose the Omnis, you go on the off-road section. Road section goes around the outside, and then the off-road section's on the inside. So we've seen something similar to this before. Supposedly, according to the description, the world records are pretty close for the Omnis and the Massacro. So 145s basically. So I like these dual style circuits. I really, really do. Why are people saying customs off in the chat when I turned customs off so long ago? Pineapple with a $1. Can I suggest a Chokes of the Month compilation video where the best chokes get featured? That one was a big one. Thank you for the donation, man. In the podcast, we're going to have a Choke of the Week clip segment. So that's going to happen. And the best of Twitch funny moments compilations that we're doing every month. I mean, that's going to have chokes in it, of course. Like the first one did. I'm going to choose... the Massacro. And I'm going to go on the off-road section for the first part of the lap. Dislike because no regular Massacro. Yeah, the regular Massacro should be there as well, really, but whatever. I mean, you know, the racing version and the livery with the Omnis, you know, it works together well, I suppose. So yeah, I'm going to do the Massacro on the off-road section. It's clearly marked. That's good. I like that. So you definitely know where you're going. Although that Omnis didn't. That Omnis went straight... Oh, there you go. You got it. So I'm going to do this just to showcase the off-road section for the first lap. And then I'll do the road section after that. So hopefully I don't fall too far behind. I just realised this is like my perfect race. The Massacro and the Omnis are like two of my favourite cars. So it's another... We've seen something similar to this, but it was... Oh god. It was balanced for sports in general, custom sports. So you could use any rally car and any non-rally car, and it would pretty much work. But obviously this is strictly for Massacro. Oh, there's cars on the outside there, that's cool. That's cool, I like that. Oh, the tyre stacks. The tyre stacks are horrible. There's the Massacros on the outside. That's a nice thing to see. Ah, damn it! I didn't have the grip. I didn't have the grip. Okay. Still not done with the off-road section. Should never have used the Massacro on the off-road section, but I had to do it to showcase it. This is for you guys, all you guys watching, so you could see it. Oh my god, we gotta go off there. Oh, okay. Alright, now we can do the road section. The things that I will say about the off-road section. Alright, I mean, in general, this track has way too much usage on... Is this an old style track? This doesn't have any stunt props, does it? It is. It's an old track. And that's the first thing that I'd change. Bring it into 2017. The GTA track creations. Get some stunt props in here. Make it actually look good. Use some proper stunt pieces to smooth out certain sections. Not have those horrible tyre barriers and tyre. That's the one thing that I was going to say was there's a huge overuse of tyre barriers and tyre stacks. And that is awful, as I've repeatedly said. Those props just need to die. There's nothing wrong with having a non-stunt track for once, no, but I don't see any reason why this couldn't be a stunt track. It would be better if it was, because you could have better prop usage. There's way too many of those stacks. The entry, the fact that you had to go here was a little bit confusing from the off-road section, but I guess not too big of a deal. And then we've got the idea in general, which I think is just fantastic. I love seeing these dual style circuits that are completely different. People racing around in an Omnis
No!
at the same time as other people are racing around in a Massacro. and they are balanced. It's really cool. I like these tracks a lot.
I chose
like
the
that
Jester,
being
but
balanced.
I'd rather have the Carbonati.
You know what guy you should have. Yeah, this is the epitome of like thought going into a track, because you know the amount of testing that you have to do to make sure that they're balanced. And I really, really, really like the fact that the road cars wind their way around the outside of the rally cars. That's a really nice touch as well, so you can see your competitors from inside and the outside of the track. I love the idea. I love how well balanced it is. I really, really do like the track. I wish it was brought up to 2017 standards, so it'd be even better. I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong. Maybe he prefers that style and he wants it to stay an old style track in terms of props and stuff, and that's just his thing. And if so, that's fair enough. I'm not going to say he's wrong in that. I would just like to see it more modernised. He could have used the stunt pieces. It's not an old track. It is still a stunt track because it's using the double checkpoints. It's just that he's decided it must be a conscious decision to keep all the old props. Yeah, I saw myself jump over the other car when he crashed into the pole, but it was on non-contact, so it wasn't quite as good of a feat as if it had been on contact. Maybe I clipped his roof or something and he just didn't know about it because it was on non-contact. Get a slight drift with the Massacro there. Beautiful. I like the stock Massacro. Feels nice to drive. I mean, I like the Massacro in general, but the stock one feels nice as well. Oh wait, it's not a stunt race, the lap counter, yeah, you're right. Good shout. It's not actually a stunt race. Ah, so the double check, so if you put double, oh, so it's the props that turn it into, of course, I'm stupid. It's the props that turn it into a stunt race. It's not the fact of using double checkpoints. My bad. It is a regular land race. In fact, this is the very first regular land race that we've had on these content creator streams. We have had a few submitted, and I imagine that there's going to be one stream, what is a one-off, we'll do old school style tracks. But yeah, this is actually the first old school style track. I like it. I'm a fan. There's an Omnis on the right. That's cool. Bollocks. Tried too hard. Old school tracks do allow rain and snow, that's true. That's Rockstar's stupidity more so than anything else. Oh, I tried, but I tried too much. I tried way too much. No, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed. Two Omnises winning. 4 Massacros next. Yeah, balanced. Tried so hard, got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. It's true. I don't. It doesn't. It actually doesn't matter because I don't care about. I don't care about these races in terms of my positions or anything. But yeah, some nice tracks this week once again. As I said, the links are always in the description, and you can submit your own down in the description. All the information is always in the description on YouTube. And as Pineapple J says, bye bye YouTube.